Upon completing this in-service, you will be able to, number 1, understand the purpose of texture-modified foods, mechanical soft foods. Number 2, be aware of foods to include and to avoid on a mechanical soft diet. And number 3, know different tips to prepare quality mechanical soft foods. The purpose of texture-modified foods is to provide foods that can be successfully and safely swallowed. Residents who have or who are at risk for dysphagia, which is difficulty swallowing, may need to have texture-modified foods for successful and safe swallowing. Information in this training is based on the National Dysphagia Diet protocols. Each individual may or may not be able to tolerate the foods as stated in this guideline. Follow medical orders in conjunction with speech therapist orders and recommendations to provide the resident with the foods they can chew and swallow successfully and safely. Level 2 dysphagia, mechanically altered, or dysphagia ground, commonly referred to as mechanical soft. Foods are moist, soft texture, easily formed into a bolus, food that is chewed or pureed and mixed with saliva, moisture in the mouth, and ready to be swallowed. Beverages, all acceptable with minimal amounts of texture or pulp. Breads include soft pancakes, muffins, donuts, can be moistened with syrup, milk, coffee, may also have puree bread, pre-gelled or slurried. Avoid all other types of breads. Cereals include cooked cereal with little texture, including oatmeal, slightly moist, dry cereals with little texture. For example, corn flakes, puffed rice, wheat flake type cereals, unprocessed wheat bran, turned into cereals for bulk. Avoid very coarse cooked cereals that may contain flaxseed or other seeds or nuts, dried fruit, coconut, whole grain, dry, or coarse cereals. Desserts include pudding, custard, soft fruit pies with bottom crust only, crisp and cobblers without seeds or nuts, and with soft breading or ground mixture. Canned fruit with no liquid, except no pineapple. Soft moist cakes with icing or slurred cakes, pre-gelled cookies or soft moist cookies that have been dunked in milk, coffee, or other liquid. Avoid dry, coarse cakes and cookies, anything with nuts, seeds, coconut, pineapple, or dried fruit, breakfast yogurt with nuts, rice, or bread pudding. Fats include butter, margarine, cream for cereals, gravy, cream sauces, mayonnaise, salad dressings, cream cheese spreads with soft additives, sour cream dips with soft additives, whipped toppings. Avoid all fats with coarse or chunky additives. And fruits include soft drained, canned, or cooked fruits without seeds or skin, fresh, soft, ripe banana, fruit juices with small amounts of pulp, and avoid any fresh or frozen fruits, cooked fruit with skin or seeds, dried fruits, fresh, canned, or cooked pineapple. Meats and meat substitutes, ground or are minced no larger than a 1/4-inch pieces, remain moist after being ground or minced. Some cohesive stick-togetherness of the meat or minced meat. That would include moistened ground meat, poultry, or fish. Moist ground meat must be served with gravy or sauce. Casseroles without rice. Moist macaroni and cheese, well-cooked pasta with meat sauce, tuna noodle casserole, soft moist lasagna, moist meatballs, fish loaf, protein salad such as tuna or egg without large chunks, celery or onion, smooth cottage cheese, quiche without large chunks, poached, scrambled, or soft-cooked eggs. Soufflés may have small, soft chunks, tofu well-cooked, slightly mashed, moist legumes. Avoid dry meats, tough meats such as bacon, sausage, hot dogs, bratwurst, casseroles or casseroles with rice or large chunks, cheese slices and cubes, peanut butter, hard-cooked or crisp fried eggs, sandwiches. Potato starches, make sure they're well cooked, moistened, boiled, baked, or mashed. Well cooked shredded hash brown potatoes that are not crisp. All potatoes need to be moist and in sauces. Well cooked noodles and sauce. Pretzel or soft dumplings that have been moistened with butter or gravy. Avoid potato skins and chips, fried, or French fried potatoes. Soups. Puree the soups to avoid large chunks, as it may be difficult to provide a soup with ground meat and soft, small vegetables. Avoid soups with large chunks of meat and vegetable soups with rice, corn, and peas. Vegetables include all soft, well-cooked vegetables except those that are to be avoided. Should be less than a 1/2-inch piece. Should be easily mashed with a fork. Avoid cooked corn and peas, vegetable medley with corn, peas, beans, lima beans, broccoli, cabbage, Brussels sprouts, asparagus, or other fibrous, non-tender, or rubbery cooked vegetables. Also could be included jams, jellies, and preserved without seeds, sauces, salsas, and similar that may have tender chunks less than a ½ inch in size, soft, smooth chocolate bars that aren't easily chewed. Avoid seeds, nuts, coconuts, sticky foods, chewy candy such as caramel and licorice. Preparation tips for quality mechanical soft foods. Since air may be incorporated into foods while they are being texturally modified, it is good practice to take the temperature of the modified food and, if needed, reheat to 165 degrees or rechill for food safety. Do not attempt to reheat in the steam table. Use a blender and/or food processor for preparing texture-modified foods. Use broth or other flavorful and nutritious liquids to moisten texturally modified foods. Water should be a last option as it does not enhance the food flavor but may actually reduce the flavor. Follow menus and recipes for food preparation and portion sizes. Consider preparing 1 or 2 servings more than needed in case something happens to a portion. For example, it gets dropped on the floor, and to compensate for food that sticks to the pan or in case someone wants seconds. Texture modified meats. Meat is typically served by weight, usually in ounces. Make sure the portion of meat you are providing is weighed and that the weight equals the amount of meat to be served, or more especially if liquid is added to the meat during the modification process. Test your knowledge preparing texture-modified foods. Mechanical soft. Question number 1. What is the purpose of texture-modified foods? A. Provide food that can be successfully and safely swallowed. B. Give the cook more work to do. C. Provide food that is hard to chew and swallow. Or D. To give the resident food for thought. And the answer to question number 1, what is the purpose of texture-modified foods? A. Provide food that can be successfully and safely swallowed. Question number 2, according to the National Dysphagia Diet, how should vegetables be prepared for someone on a mechanical soft diet? A. Soft, well cooked. B. Easy to mash with a fork. C. Big-sized, fibrous chunks of vegetables. Or D. Both A and B are correct. And the answer to question number 2, according to the National Dysphagia Diet, how should vegetables be prepared for someone on a mechanical soft diet? And the answer is D. Both A and B are correct. Question number 3. Mechanical soft foods should be A. Moist, B. Soft textures, C. Easily formed into a bolus, or D. All of the above. And the answer to question number 3, mechanical soft food should be D. All of the above. Question number 4, true or false? It is a good idea to take temperatures of texture-modified foods because they may need to be reheated or rechilled after they have been prepared. And the answer to question number 4 is true. Question number 5, true or false? Every person is different. Some people on a mechanical soft diet may be able to eat foods that others on a mechanical soft diet cannot eat. And the answer to question number 5 is true. Thank you for your participation in today's program. Our goal is for you to use this information in your daily work. We hope you are well served today and every day. If you would like more information about our in-service training programs or consulting dietitian services, please contact us at 1-800-761-9200 or nutritioncaresystems.com.